guys, welcome back to another Building Kashyyyk weekly segment, guys. So this week's actually very exciting. We're actually calling this week's episode Advanced Prototyping, and that's because we get into some really serious stuff. So last week, two things I want to cover before we get right into the video. First of all, I asked you guys if in the back you wanted to, instead of a big gray wall with a big opening door to opening to the base, that the idea of maybe having like a Wookiee like camp slash environment on the outside of that wall, making it look more Wookiee-ish. That way the CIS, the Confederacy, the droid army, doesn't really know there's a base there until they actually start attacking and they get all surprised, like, whoa. And it was an idea. You guys voted yes to that idea, so I'm gonna do that. Now, I haven't, as you can probably tell, I haven't started that actual wall building. I'm gonna slowly get into that because I actually want to start experimenting on Kashyyyk design itself. So I've gotten two different prototype designs, both very advanced, and that's the two designs we're going to go over this segment, as well as you can see the beach later in the video. If you can't see it right now, the beach has definitely progressed in the last week as well, and it's really starting to look like Kashyyyk. I know that's a big complaint a lot of you guys had made when I was reading the comments, that it just hadn't progressed enough over the last couple weeks and months. So we're really starting to actually get into the shaping of the mock, and it's really starting to look, the colors are starting to look vibrant and really starting to get there. And especially in these next couple weeks, you'll definitely start seeing it a lot more. So I hope you guys will continue watching this series because it's only getting to the good part. Thank you for everybody who has been watching this series. I really appreciate everybody. My dedicated fans, really, I can't thank you guys enough. Now, actually, to my right is what we're actually going to be covering. By the way, the thing right here is, at the end of the video, you'll be wondering why this is here in the first place. So you'll have to get to the end of the video to understand what all of this right here beside me is. So definitely watch the full thing. I know it's a bit long, but trust me, we're going to get into some really great design work that a lot of you may have never seen before. A lot of symmetric and geometric designs and non-stackable Legos. We're actually going to get into connecting Legos and making circular designs and all that complicated stuff that a lot of you might see but never understood how to do it. So really great stuff. Alright guys, let's get right into it, starting right now. Alright, getting right into it, everybody. So first of all, over the last week I made some decently pretty good progress. So now I have continued the beach all the way down, and I should by next week have the beach looking at least pretty much like this, but at least looking like this from here all the way to here. But now you can totally start seeing the beach and the different multi-colors going on here. So it actually, I'm pretty happy. It's starting to look really nice. But this is only the beginning. This is just the beginning. Once we have this beach done right here, then we're gonna push the tan all the way probably to here. Excuse me, and that'll go to sand green, to the dark green right here, and then the wall right here. And we have agreed that we are gonna do the camouflage, so the wall is actually gonna be brown and it'll be a big opening. I want to do some drawings before I actually start building that, but you guys voted. You guys want to do that. You don't like the idea of the gray wall, so we're gonna do a brown Wookiee type clone camouflage thing. I'll have to draw up some stuff and give you guys a better visual of what I have in mind. But anyhow, taking a look at the beach now. The reason why I didn't finish this is I wanted to show you guys, before I covered it all up, I wanted to show you what I had done actually. Now you may notice, wow, what's all these like green and blue pieces underneath? Last week I told you that, when you're building, when you have stuff like this, what's underneath right here does not matter. You can use whatever brick, whatever color brick you have available, and a pretty good amount, because it's never going to be seen in the light of day until your mock is broken up. So it really doesn't matter. You don't have to have a bunch of dark tan to go under here. Never like overlap dark tan over dark tan unless it's going to be visible on top. What I mean is, say I put like this piece right here. this piece will be eventually covered like this, and you'll never see this piece visible to light. That's a waste. You could probably, you can take this plate right here that's not getting too much use, put it in the same place right there, and yeah, because we have a lot of these, and these cost a lot less than those dark tan plates do. Now actually, I think I might have to order a little more dark tan plates, because I don't think what I have here is enough to fully finish to the bottom. Maybe like another 50 of each. That should be it. But anyhow, right here is basically sort of the final version of the beach. What I'm comparing this is the final. This is final looking right here. You can see the difference between, you know, see these little details right here and the tiles and the extra little studs I had in here. The difference actually makes quite a bit. It goes from this to this, so it progresses. So you start here, you get to this, then you get to that, and then you get to that as the final product. So it's actually a good 4 or 5 steps of doing sloping and building like that. So it's pretty cool. I wanted to show you how that works. Like I said, do not if the piece is not, if the expensive, you know, for this case, the dark tan, light tan, the expensive dark tan piece is never visible, use another brick to cover it up with. Now I have a lot of, you know, pieces here that I can use from previous mocks and such that I can use, that I'll never use. Light blue and the green color, it probably won't have much use over here. It's more dark greens and more darker colors than just bright colors I want to use in this mock. So that's why I can use the green in this. But anyhow, so that's how it works, and then you can see how I kind of slope it up and then it slopes back down. And it works pretty simple. You can kind of see how that works. It's not too difficult, really isn't. And because it's not too difficult, you can really get away with doing a lot of different cool designs with that. So it's a nice little thing. Now eventually I probably, not until the entire front space up here is done, but I'll probably go back and fill just right here, just this line. I'll rip it up and I'll put dark tan bricks and light tan bricks to make it look more realistic. But for now, it really does not matter. That'll be a later thing. You don't even have to do that, but I'm just going to do that because I kind of want to. Alright, so that is the beach progress. Looking good. I'm liking it. Really is starting to look like Kashyyyk. That's great. It really is. I know a lot of you are like, you haven't made too much progress, David. Doesn't really look like Kashyyyk yet. Well, ba-bam. Starting to look like Kashyyyk now. So, just gotta give me some time there, guys. Now, these things right here. So, the reason why this episode is called Advanced Prototyping is because I go into some pretty advanced prototyping. So these wonderful things, some of you who have played Battlefront should know what these are. They're definitely not to scale. In Battlefront, when I'm in the Star Wars Battlefront game, I'm referring to, I'll have to bring up a picture, give me just a second, guys. I'm referring to these, like, I don't know, they're like standstill things that, I don't know, it's just part of Kashyyyk, I guess. Alright, here we go. I have a picture pulled up now. It's these things right here. It's wonderful, weird looking things. They're on each side. I don't know, they're like kind of a walkway, but they're humongous. If those are the people, those are clone troopers right there, and these are these things. These things are huge. But because of the scale of our Kashyyyk mock is much different, these are scaled down quite a bit. Because the trees aren't going to be nearly as huge. The giant tree that'll be right here, I am going to do that. I like that idea. But anyhow, so yeah, so I built 2 different designs. I wanted to show them in, both designs in the water, and so you guys have a better perspective of what they look like. So, first design looks like this. This is the first design. Pretty cool, actually. I like it. I was pretty impressed with my. I shocked myself with how decent I actually built this time. And then the next one is this, and I really like this one. However,
This one's actually not finished yet because the way this is designed is a lot harder than this little one here. And you can see there's a difference in build, but there's also more building techniques underneath it. So I'm not going to go into too much detail. Maybe later I'll go into more detail, but anyhow, I just want to ask you guys, which one of these do you like better? Do you like this one or do you like this one? So I'm going to name this one number 1, this one number 2, number 2, number 1. Which design do you like better? Now, I don't know what these things are called, so we'll just call them Giant Kashyyyk Walkway Thingy Majiggers. So, do you like Walkway number 1, Walkway number 2? 1 and 2. Which one do you like better? Now, going into a little more detail of these, this one's actually very intricate. You can see how this is designed. It's pretty crazy. I was actually, again, I'm really impressed with myself with building this. Now, of course, this will be like this design will go fully around, but the reason why I didn't is, do you see how I'm using this like pipe? So I'm using that pipe right there. It wasn't long enough. The ones I ordered from Bricklink weren't long enough. It's actually this pipe right here. I'll just have a straight one. Looked long enough to me, but it actually just kind of sucked because it just barely didn't work, or it almost worked perfectly around, but it didn't. This was too short, so I have to order longer ones. But anyhow, so once that fully goes around, then I'll be able to continue this design in a full 360-degree circle. I'll go ahead, for video's sake, I'll go ahead and take this off right here. And by the way, this is just a barrel, but you guys didn't know that. This is just a cool little good parts use. There's a name for it. It's just called great parts use. But yeah, it's just a little barrel, and I used it on both actually. Anyhow, taking a look at the inside of this, it's pretty cool how this thing works. So that's what that looks like. And then I have these like plates right here. They're centered with this brick right here. Pretty cool design actually. I'll go ahead and take this apart, show you guys. I'll take one part of it apart. So here's that. Here's this just coming off. It looks pretty easy. And then here's this. This is actually what you want to pay attention to. So this is just up here, and then I use one of these hinge pieces to put it at an angle. Now, the reason why I use this one versus like the actual one that connects, I don't have an example at the moment, but there's two different hinges. There's this one right here, and then there's another one that looks a lot different. I used this one because I wanted to make sure I could put it on this brick right here at this angle, and I wanted to make sure I had leftover room. And then again, you can see this pipe right here, this tubing is going around this thing and coming back around right here. Again, it just barely almost worked, but I was kind of mad that it didn't. So that's how that works. And then the same design is used right here on this thing, and it goes around in a circle. Circular Lego building. Legos obviously are meant to be stacked up. They're not meant to, technically not meant to do things like this. When you get into this type of stuff, Lego building gets a lot harder, a lot. It's definitely advanced prototyping, because you're doing a lot more symmetric work and whatnot. This design, a lot easier. I'll go ahead and take this apart. It's pretty easy actually. It's actually just this piece right here, and then these things are just like that. They're just connected, and then they're just wrapped around that little thing right there, and these tiles are just turned a little bit. And then this barrel, I have a Technic pin down in there to hold this more sturdy. That barrel just sits, and actually barrel worked just perfectly. You can see how perfect that worked. So yeah, that is the two different designs. This one will be finished once I get the actual parts I need to finish the full circle. This one's a lot more parts and heavy, but I think it might be worth it because the detail and design really looks nice on this one. I was really proud with the final design. I guess I might as well just open that up. You can kind of see how that works a bit more. But yeah, and you can put a figure on it too. So it looks pretty cool. Now you have to imagine, you know, there's a lot of these, as you saw in the picture a couple minutes ago. There's a lot of these, and I have both here to give you better perspective. But you know, I'll build probably build 20 of these. If you guys go with, remember, this is design number 2, this is design number 1. If you guys want me to go with number 2, build a lot of them, and they'll be going up this side right here, and they'll be going up right here. So it's probably like right here, and where you saw them at the beginning of the video, right there. So yeah, pretty cool. That's what these things are for. Picture's still up, so I'll go ahead and show you guys that. But again, that is what they look like. Alright, so that is going to do it, guys. Yep, so that is these things, and let's get on to some more advanced prototyping and then the end of the video. I'm just prototyping some stuff now. I showed those things over there earlier, but I was working on another thing, and that is just, you know, I'm looking at Kashyyyk right now, and I'm looking at these like buildings and such that I want to put on what is going to be the wall that'll be imaginary wall starting where that wall right there is, downwards. Anyhow, so I wanted some like Kashyyyk stuff to like I said, we're camouflaging it with some Kashyyyk items, and so I was able to build this right here. It's actually kind of cool to me. I don't know, pretty cool design because I'm using these ladders actually, and I was just playing around. I was like, huh, I wonder if I put some stuff on this, see what that look like, and it looks pretty cool. So once I had this built, I was like, what would a second one look like, you know, combined to this, and maybe you could make one of the little hut up here that Yoda sits in. So maybe that's what this will turn into. So I'm actually going to build another one. So let's see what another one looks like when we all connect it together. Basically just an exact version of this, but it looks really cool, and I'm pretty happy with the design. Now, another thing, you may notice it's pretty, you can see the thing right here. Well, I don't have the pieces for it, but this right here, see this design, is actually going to replace this. Here, I'll just show you. You see, this works perfectly. So if I snap it in right here, my camera will focus. Alright, well anyhow, you snap it in right there and right here. It's a bit hard to do with one hand, but anyhow, and then they just connect like so. There we go. Alright, so you see how that works. So now it's connected. It's really sturdy on both ends like that. I wish my camera could focus. Here. There we go. So now you can see what I'm talking about. Works like that. So that's what's going to replace these. These are just temporary, and then I'll get the parts needed to build this right here for this around it. So anyhow, let's build another one. Alright guys, so here's what I came up with. I built a second one, had to do some modifications to it, and this is what it came out to looking like. So I want your opinion, you know, do you like this design? Another prototype design here. A lot of work went into this because, let's see here. Again, very hard to do with one hand, but I will try to flip this over so you guys can see how this is exactly built. Pretty interesting here, build wise. So I had to go in and you know, tinker around and see how that would, you know, right here was the complication, is getting this to work, and at the same time getting the floor to connect on both sides, getting it perfectly even enough so the studs would connect. So yeah, so let's bring it on over here, just to show you in better light what this actually looks like. I'm just gonna put it right here on the beach, give you guys a size comparisons, I guess you could say, and let you guys see it in better detail. Now remember what I said, how there's gonna be this on the opposite side, so if you're wondering, that is going to definitely change. What's nice is this is a decently sturdy design. It has its limitations, but it does look really nice. Of course you have to put the roof on, but I wanted to show this before I did that, and I think it really looks nice, and it works with Kashyyyk, I think. Now my question is, do you like this design? Do you think it should be smaller? Do you think it is big enough, or should it be smaller? Because like you have to have, let's just get some example figures in here. Where's Master Yoda? I guess we can just find these guys, but anyhow, you have a lot of figures usually right here. You know, you have Commander Gree, he's up in this little thing. You got the Kashyyyk Trooper. You got Captain Tarful, I think it is, and Chewbacca. You got all of these guys right here that have to be in here. It'll work, but I honestly do not want to start sticking figures on that because I'd rather not break it. It's not the easiest to put back together. But anyhow, taking a look under it again, showing you guys a better design view from under it. Now, like I said, there's gonna be bricks going this way right here. Actually, I'll just get it to show you again. Here it is. So like this, see this design right here? This is gonna go right here like that. So that'll be that for all the way around if I do go with this design. But again, a lot of symmetric stuff going on in there, a lot of geometry in this, but I think it looks pretty cool. Now it's not obviously a perfect circle, but you know, I guess that's my real question is, you know, does the perfect circle not being a perfect circle bother you that much? I think it looks worthy enough. I like the design. It looks good to me. But I want to see if you guys agree with me. So let me know down in the comments. Do you like this? We'll call it the tree fort. Why not? It's an easy name for you guys to say yes or no to. Do you like this? What I'm calling the Wookiee tree fort. Do you like this design? This is where, now of course you're gonna have the hologram. This is not size accurate. Please keep that in mind. You know, the real one is like huge because, you know, you have the giant holographic display. I'll put that in the middle, but you'll have the figures around it. But anyhow, do you like this? You see, if I made it any bigger, by the way, where this is going, more or less, will actually, I'm probably going with that big tree. The big tree will start here and kind of like go at an angle, and will slope over. Probably this will be hanging in the tree. I want to say like right here, probably a little lower, so like right there. I don't know if you can imagine a giant tree right there, but it's like right here I think would look good. But anyhow, do you think that would look good with, you know, the whole tree hanging thing? I don't know, but you know, I'm pretty happy. I'm glad I'm making some really good prototype progress. Looks cool to me. It really is cool, but the question is accuracy and how well it'll actually fit in. Things can look cool, but is it going to look good in the final product is the real question, actually. So does this fit in with everything else, is my final question. Whew. Well, I'm going to leave it off on that, guys. I know, you know, we just touched on the beach over here, and we touched on this stuff, but and of course the prototyping of this and these two in the beach. But you know, I probably could have done more in this last week. But hey, you know, it's actually starting to look like Kashyyyk now. It really is, and I think that's a really good thing. That now that you start seeing the idea in the head, I think I'm actually gonna take this wall down, just for temporary purposes, so I can build the beach, then put it back on the beach, because it's not gonna go in here because of the angles and the way these the Kashyyyk wall is designed. It'll just have to sit on top, and we'll put some studs under it and make sure they stay put for the most part. Right, so guys, it's 1 in the morning on a Thursday night, so I am going to we're gonna get to the end of this video, but like I said, what do you guys think of this? So thank you guys for watching. Let's finish the video up.
Alright guys, so we're going to finish up the video. Thank you very much for watching. Now, at the beginning of the video I said, you know, why is this thing, remember I told you we looked at this right here, why is that on these little, I'm calling them walkways, the Kashyyyk walkways, and I'm calling this the Kashyyyk tree fort. They probably have specific Wookiee names, but they're just code names for me. So again, I want you guys to vote in the comments below. Do you like this design I created here? Do you like one? And also, do you like 1 or 2 designs of these things right here? This is number 2. The taller one's number 2. Shorter one's number 1. By the way, these can be rearranged at different heights, at whatever height I want it to, because of these things down below. They don't have to be this height. But anyhow, this thing, really cool. We got into some real geometric shapes, especially under it. And don't forget, these pieces right here are going to go under it as well. So I'm just going to sneeze there. But anyhow, really great stuff. Plus, we definitely progressed a lot on the beach. And that's some really good work. So I think this week, we actually got a lot of progress done, I think, this week. At least to me. A lot of prototyping, and I know there's nothing too, other than the beach, nothing really big happened on the actual base, but you need to get the prototype designs done before you actually start building on your base, because if you know, I build something, I'm like, this is crap, then it's already there and I have to tear it all apart, and the piece is hard. If I build something small, it gives me a better, and have a design wise, and have something better I can refer to. Then when I actually start building a bigger thing, then I'll know exactly what I want to do and what I'm looking to do. If I just go in blind, usually you're not going to come out so successful. That's best scenario, or I can give about that. So guys, that's actually going to do about. That's actually going to do. It's 2 in the morning when I'm recording this right now, so please excuse my lack of vocabulary. But anyway guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up, because I'm at 2 in the morning Thursday night. I want to make sure I get this up on Friday for you guys. Don't forget, every Friday, new Kashyyyk weekly segments, so come back every Friday. Share this video with your friends, like the video, subscribe, that's the biggest thing. Subscribe to this channel, make sure you get your updates on building Kashyyyk. Plus guys, I have plans for animations and a lot of great other videos later this year. This is only the beginning for my job for this year of 2014 for Solid Brix Studios. Really great stuff. Alright, so if I haven't bored you enough with doing all the like and subscribe stuff that I hope you all did, then we're going to go ahead and end the video. So thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you guys in next week's segment. You guys have a great and wonderful night and day. Bye-bye.